A voice from the basement. Layla was a girl in her mid-20s who worked in a small library in the city. After her grandfather died, she inherited an old house on the outskirts of town, surrounded by trees on all sides. The house was huge, with tall windows and heavy wooden doors, and the smell of dampness pervaded every corner. Nevertheless, Layla decided to move there, seeking peace and a new life away from the hustle and bustle of the city. On the first day, an elderly neighbor welcomed her, saying, "Keep the lights on at night, my daughter. This house doesn't like the dark." Layla laughed shyly, but she felt a slight shiver run through her body for no apparent reason. The first night, Layla had difficulty sleeping that night, hearing soft sounds like slow footsteps in the corridor, and sometimes the sound of wood creaking, as if someone were walking on the old floor. She thought it was the wind or the cats sneaking in through the windows. So she covered her head with the blanket and forced herself to sleep. It's the second night. Layla woke up in the middle of the night to a strange sound, a faint whisper coming from downstairs. She held her breath and began to listen closely. The sound was like unintelligible words, as if someone was speaking an ancient language or praying hoarsely. She called out in a trembling voice, "Is anyone there?"
Ow.
But the only response was the echo of her own voice echoing throughout the house. The third night, the basement. In the morning, she tried to ignore what had happened, but curiosity slowly began to consume her. She knew that at the bottom of the house was a basement she had never entered before, so that night she decided to face her fear. Taking a flashlight, she began to descend the stairs leading to the basement. The stairs creaked with every step, and dust filled the air as if no one had gone down there for decades. When she reached the bottom, she noticed something she didn't expect. On the opposite wall was a small, low door she'd never seen before, as if it hadn't existed during the day. She hesitated for a moment, then reached out to open the door. The handle was ice cold, as if someone had held it just moments before. The secret room behind the door was a narrow, dark room. She turned on the lamp, revealing a large, broken mirror in the middle of the wall. Beneath it was an old wooden chair tied with a rusty chain. On the floor lay the remains of burnt candles and traces of ash in strange circles. She approached slowly, her heart pounding. When she looked in the mirror, she noticed something odd. Her reflection wasn't moving like her. She took a step back, but her reflection remained in place, then smiled a wicked smile. At that moment, the lamp suddenly went out, the sound pitch black. Layla tried to turn on the lamp again, but the whispering voice returned, ... closer than ever.
Ow.
This time it was clear. "You're back, Layla. You're too late." She froze, unable to scream or move. Suddenly, she felt a cold hand touch her shoulder from behind. She screamed and ran as fast as she could toward the stairs. But when she reached the top, she found the door leading to the ground floor locked from the outside. She began hitting it and shouting, "Who's there? Open the door." But instead of responding, she heard slow footsteps coming up from the basement toward her. One after the other, ... closer, ... and closer. Then the footsteps stopped right behind her. In a whisper he said, "You weren't supposed to see the room. La Allah." And the morning. The neighbors came after noticing that the door of the house was open and the windows shattered. They found no one inside, except for a broken mirror and a lamp on the floor, still glowing dimly. Since that day, residents say they hear a faint whisper from inside the basement every night, like a girl's voice calling her name, Laila ...